So, a lot of wisdom, passion, the table, very good ideas. And now I'm going to introduce you the reason that we are here today to present the Global Hub and how the Global Hub for the Common Good connects with this table and with the workshop that we are going to do later. As many of you already know, I've been now 4 years engaged with a movement called Economy for the Common Good. I will try to do my best with my voice, but I am a little bit cold, sorry. So maybe I have to stop a lot for drinking water. I've been engaged with this movement for 40 years. This movement, Economy for the Common Good, just tried to create a new economy. And the idea is quite simple and radical. Because if we look to the current system is quite simple. The current system has a very simple message. That is, the more money you have, the more you can consume. The more you can consume, the happier you are. And it's quite easy to understand. So the Economy for Common Good thinks that money is important, but it's a means. It's not the goal. The goal should be the common good. And everybody around the world understands that, because it's so clear in every constitution around the world. Hopefully in UK, if you write a constitution, for sure, you will decide to include the common good or the welfare, general welfare, the well-being, as the goal of your society, for sure. So that is the very simple idea of the Economy for the Common Good. We have been working a lot around the world. Now we are in a lot of countries. But then we are working with people, we are working with companies. But 1 year ago, I realized that it's not enough. It's not enough to get the change that we want to see in our lives. Because I want to see the change in the next years, in the next 10 years, 15 years. Not only for the future generations. I want to live the change. And I made this question to myself. What is the gap? What else do we need? And I understood 2 important things. The first one, I realized that there are so many people and organizations around the world working in so many important topics for building the change, that is amazing. It's great. All of you are doing that. There are people and organizations working about new economy, of course, but not only new economy, also about democracy and participation, about new politics, good governance in every kind of organization, meaningful work. What is the meaning of work? To feel good with the things that you are doing, well-being, sharing, self-sufficiency, healthy life, and a lot of many other things, education, a lot of many other things that are contributing to create a new and better world. But it's not enough, because most of that people, or we are working isolated. We are not cooperating enough, because competition, that is one of the strategies of the current system, is so strong that even we are still competing for getting funds, competing for being the best charity or NGO in the sector, we are competing so much, competing between and among countries. So we need more collaboration. That is the first things I realized that we need. And the second one, we are starting to collaborate. We are starting to collaborate. And I think that you for sure know a lot about this, because in the New Economy Lab, they have done an amazing mapping of everybody is working around a new economy. We are starting to collaborate in some levels, in campaigning against something, but we are not collaborating for something. We need to collaborate for something, because we need some alternative to the more money you have, the more you can consume, the happier you are. You need to build one alternative. So the second point is we need to change the rules of the game. The rules of the game is the system, sometimes are the public policies or the strategies of the local governments, the regional or the national governments or the international institutions or the climate change. 2 days ago, we got a supposed amazing agreement. This is my very personal opinion. I'm not quite happy with that. I knew more or less what was going to happen with the climate change agreement. But it's an agreement without any enforcement. Okay, we are going to keep the 2 degrees, not growing more the climate change in the next years. Okay, and each one of you can do whatever you want. Just tell me. Okay, and 15 years ago, the Millennium Goals were the same. we set up the Millennium Goals and we didn't achieve the Millennium Goals. The poverty is there, everything is there, and anything happened. So we need to change the rules of the game, because even if we define very beautiful goals, we need to change something. So that is the goal of the Global Hub, to bring together all the organizations and people that want to work as a think tank, that we call a think ocean around the world, to create new rules for the game. New rules that reward and benefit that organizations, companies, and governments, consumers, that are really contributing to the common good. So we are a think tank, but we prefer to say a think ocean, because we are around the world, and there are people around the world. You are here, but there are people in many countries that want to contribute, and we need to connect all these people in this level, in the policy making. So we are a think ocean from people to people, for the people, and the vision is very ambitious. It's to co-create a new political, economic, and social system aimed at the common good. Because we need to transform the three issues, the social, the politics, and the economy. And why to co-create? Because a system will never be perfect. Maybe the problem of all the systems that we know, capitalism, the communism, the socialism, is that they think they are perfect. And it's impossible to be perfect. Because human beings, we are not perfect. The group of human beings, we are not perfect. So it's really difficult that a system is perfect. So we can try to co-create, to go the closer we can to the perfection or to the perfect system, but we have to keep an eye all the time trying to improve, because something is going to change in the society. 20 or 30 years ago we got internet, maybe in 10 years we go to Mars, I don't know, something is going to change, so we need to be co-creating all the time. So that is the vision. And of course, it's important to have very strong values and a clear method to achieve your vision. So the strong values are in all the constitutions, again, that are the social justice, the human dignity, and the ecological sustainability. The three of them are so important. And the method to work in every project that we can define in the future, maybe in this workshop, is the first one, sharing with solidarity and cooperation. This is so important. We cannot work alone anymore. We need to work together among countries, among civil society, with companies, with governments, with the media. We need to break all the barriers that we have in our lives as human beings. So sharing with solidarity and cooperation. And then democracy. So important, democracy. Not only in politics, but also in economy, as Peter was saying before. We need to have the right to decide what kind of economy do you want for London, here and now, for UK, here and now, for Europe, for the world. We need to decide what kind of economy we want, because otherwise it's impossible to talk about human rights. If we cannot decide about the economy, we will never achieve human rights. We haven't achieved human rights for everybody. So we need that right, the right to decide what kind of economy we want. So important, and then we can think that we are going closer to the common good. So how are we going to do that? It's quite difficult, I know it, but in a way, we are going to get it. Three main activities. The first one, what we call the Think Ocean series, to connect people. This is one example. We are connecting people in the south, in Chile, in Spain, and in UK, thinking, events, debates, whatever you can come up with. Then policy making. What kind of milestone do we need to create? What kind of rules we need to change in the local level, national or international level? And advocating for that. Advocating for the common good. Maybe lobbying for the common good. Why not? And then finally, to be change makers. Because some of the policies or some of the strategies we need to implement in the field, in the ground, in the local level, in the national level. So we have to collaborate also there. And this is one example, as Alicia was explaining at the beginning. When we decided to launch the organization, the Global Hub, we didn't want to do different events. We wanted to connect. So in Chile, we connect people from different backgrounds, charities, business associations, politics, NGOs. Also in Barcelona, also here, people from different new economies. It's amazing the people that are here and the organizations that you are representing. It's really amazing. So, and now we will connect, we will watch something from Chile and Barcelona that will be one input for yourself. So, and finally the paper, the report that we will write is going to be with all that collective wisdom. That is amazing. Because we can connect in the local level, you are now connected and you will talk now, and hopefully you can do things together in the future, here in UK, but you are going to be also connected if you want, through the Facebook, through the website, through other tools, with the other people around the world that are trying to advocate for the common good. This is just only one example of some of the ideas that are popping up in the different events. The first one, and on the table somebody said something about economy, literacy, or they say a common narrative. Again, the more money you have, blah, 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 blah. We need to build a common narrative that people believe that it's possible to go to this other system, whatever name we give to the system. We need to build the hope of a new model. We need to have hope in ourselves. We can do it. We can create a new system. Why not? So, to write a manifesto, to organize a congress, whatever tools we can find in order to build that common narrative. One more idea, these are just random examples, is to write a sort of collaborative ebook, a collaborative and open source ebook with the 10 policies that will transform the markets in ethical markets. Also on the table we were listening about technology, we were listening about public procurement, taxation, a lot of things that we can do in order to change the rules of the game, in order to transform the markets in ethical markets. Markets are not bad if they are linked to human rights, to sustainability, and so on. One more example, what we call the common good local product. We have to measure in a different way the success of the communities. Currently, we are measuring the success of the communities through the GDP. Through the GDP, how much money we are exchanging in 1 year. We don't get any information about inequality, about happiness, about our relationships, about the environment. So we need to measure in a different way. And there are very good examples around. This is one idea from Chile. People in Chile decided that they would love to be the local hub for the common good in Chile. The Chilean hub for the common good. Because they said the global hub is a very good idea. We need to be connected. What is going on there? How do you work in public procurement? How do you work in the strategies for entrepreneurs for the common good? We can exchange a lot of things in the global level through the global hub, but obviously in each country the legal framework is different and the right is different. So why not? In Chile they decided that they are going to be the Chilean global hub. This is open source. We are just going to develop different methodologies and they can use if they want, and we can exchange and we can improve and co-create together. So maybe you want to create the UK global hub for the common goods and all respecting all the diversity that is really good, the diversity of each one of your organizations, but thinking when you can collaborate. And of course, advising governments, because we need to help governments to do their work better than they are doing. And how to participate? Because the Global Hub is not a big organization. At the moment, it's Alicia, myself, just giving a lot of inputs to people, but we have a very good network. It has been so easy. You know, I am Spanish. I'm not living here so long, but it has been so easy to bring you here. Because I talked with one person, and that person said, you should invite this other person, and that person said, you should invite this other person. So the energy is there. And everywhere is the same. So we don't need to be a big organization. We only need to have a very good network and to be a very good connectors. That is the old way to make the organization, a big structure, pay your membership. No, just let's be connected, okay? So the sort of structure is a staff circle. We cannot be a circle because we are two. But okay, maybe with two more, we could. If we get two more, we could be a circle. The steering circle, there are people as Jules and Peter that they offer to let's say, give us ideas and contacts and to steer us to go forward. The donors circles, we need money, of course. It's a means, it's not a goal, but we need to fund the activities, to pay the water and the coffees, and hopefully to pay the wages of the staff. So So of course, we need that part also. And we are struggling with that because it's something new for us. We have never done fundraising before, so any help is very welcome in that scope. And of course, the most important part is the community circle. So everybody that wants to participate. You don't need to pay a membership. You don't need to be forever, to sign forever. No, just to say, okay, I want to be in the loop, in the newsletter, or in the list, in the email list, and then you will decide when you want or not to participate. So this is the important part. If you want to participate, and after this event you say, I would like to participate, Diego, maybe one day, maybe 1 month, maybe all my life, I don't know, you can decide maybe to set up the UK Global Hub. I cannot do it, I'm not British, you can do it. If you want, I can support you, of course. You can make proposals for projects. This is a milestone that I think that will change the world. But I cannot do alone with my organization, whatever organization you are in. I need partners. I think that we need people from the civil society or business people or volunteers or whatever. Then we can try to find all the stakeholders for that project. If you present this project and nobody is interested in that, maybe it was not so important to change the world. And the same, maybe somebody make a proposal. I think that we have to create a paper about, I don't know, about money, about creating currencies or whatever. Maybe Frank, that is in positive money, with Jim, that is in banking on values. They say, okay, we should work about this issue, but we are the experts in this topic, but we need civil society organization, and we need businesses, and we need, okay, let's try to do it. And we need in other countries also. And then we can go for that project. And if everybody hana, let's go for that. And we need money, we need experts, we need people, volunteers, we need whatever. We define the project, and we make a collaborative project. That is the way to work in the future. And of course, to promote all the activities that we will develop in the future. That is the way to participate. Of course, as you already know, we have a website, commongoodhub.com. We have a Facebook group, and we have a Twitter. So of course you can participate there also, and we have emails. And by the moment, that's all. So I want to finish just with one invitation. The invitation is, we don't want that you see Diego or Alicia as the Global Hub, as the organizers of anything. The invitation is that you think that we are all at the same level, and if we want to collaborate, for sure I will put all my energy, all my love, and Alicia too, in making possible that all together we co-create a new system. Thank you.